everyone. Welcome to Volunteer Vibes. I'm Denise Middleton. So glad to have you with us. Hope you guys have been having a great week so far. There are so many things going on in H-Town, as you know, and so there's a lot of organizations that need your help. And so we have two guests on this today who want to talk about some of their volunteer opportunities. So first up, we have Jennifer. She is with the NEO Project. Good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning.
So we've got 4th of July coming up soon. And so, of course, there's Freedom Over Texas Festival, big event. How are you guys preparing for that? I know you need a ton of volunteers.
Yes, so Freedom Over Texas Festival is like the biggest event that Houston puts on each year. About 50,000 people visit the event, and it culminates in this big fireworks show. It's amazing. NEO, every year, we provide kind of the largest activity area in the family fun zone. So we have all kinds of life-size games. We do a lawn fishing competition. It's a lot of fun, and we help a lot of families kind of discover how they can spend more quality time with their kids outdoors.
And so, what are some things that you are looking for from volunteers to really just help make this a huge success?
So when you volunteer with NEO, and we have all kinds of volunteer activities, including schools, field trips, camps, all kinds of stuff. But when you volunteer with us on one of these big community engagement events, basically you're coming out to play with the kids and their families. It's a lot of fun. It's amazing. We have people come and they've never played checkers before, or they've never played Connect Four, or they've never used a fishing pole. And so we kind of give our volunteers a crash course on how to do that stuff. And then the rest of the time, you're just kind of laughing and having fun playing.
That sounds so awesome. And so, how many volunteers do you need exactly?
We want to keep about 10 volunteers going at all times. So if you go to our meetup page at meetup.com/Neo Houston, you'll be sent to our volunteer sign up form, and you can sign up for shifts. There are 3 shifts. They start at 2 p.m. on 4th of July, and they go until right after the fireworks show ends.
Okay, and so is there anything that they need to keep in mind when they get there? Do they need to bring anything?
Well, first of all, if you volunteer with us, you get a wristband for the event, so you don't have to pay to enjoy a lot of the activities
Awesome.
of the fireworks show at the end. And when the fireworks start, we kind of stop everything we're doing and just sit on the lawn and enjoy the fireworks. I recommend always kind of wearing, clothes that you'll be comfortable in, because you're going to be moving around. You don't want to be super hot. Definitely, especially 4th of July in Texas, you want to bring some sunblock, probably, and maybe a hat.
For sure.
But other than that, it's really just a matter of coming, looking to have fun and be able to interact with kids and the families.
Oh, it sounds like a good time. And this seems like something that the whole family can join in and volunteer. Like, what's your youngest volunteer? What's the
Oh,
age limit, I guess?
We have had, first of all, families are all welcome, always welcome to volunteer as a family unit. And we've had toddlers come out to help volunteer, and we can find something for the toddlers to do as well. Um, they can hang out at the tent and be our ambassadors for the community, even. Um, but yeah, all ages are welcome. And we'll even, some like young people are looking for community service hours for school or something like that, and we'll sign off on those forms. So it's a really great, fun way to knock out some volunteer hours, even if you're having to fulfill some kind of a requirement like for college or high school.
Yeah. And how soon do they need to sign up to volunteer? And then can they come the day of? Can they show up?
They can't just show up, because we have to provide a list of our volunteers to the city for them to be able to get access to the event and get their wristband.
Mhm.
So the sooner the better, because we do have a limited number of wristbands that we're allowed to give out. So if you volunteer early, you'll get a wristband. If you volunteer late, the wristbands may be gone.
All right. Well, hey, sounds like a fun opportunity. Do you have any other events, after that, in case people can't make it to this one?
We operate year round. We are a nonprofit organization that focuses on helping people lead more outdoor oriented lives for better health, well-being, resilience. We work a lot with schools and with inner city communities. We do field trips. We just did a week-long day camp teaching inner city kids a bunch of outdoor skills like pitching tents and going fishing and things like that.
Oh, that's very useful.
Yes, we do all sorts of activities. If an organization or school contacts us and says, hey, we're interested in doing something like this, even if it's something that we may not have done before, we do our best to work out all the logistics and everything and make sure that we can give them what they're looking for their kids and families.
Oh, that's awesome. And of course, you guys can always go to volunteerhou.org to check out the portal. It's a long list of volunteer opportunities. Jennifer, thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. All right, so I have another guest here that I want to bring in, Bill Mintz. He is with Free Wheels Houston, and this is a really unique opportunity. So I'm excited to talk about this. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Of course. So you are looking for mechanics who can help fix bikes, right?
Right. We're a volunteer organization that takes bikes that have been donated and we clean them up and repair them and make them safe and reliable. And we give them to refugees, veterans emerging from homelessness, and kids from low-income families. We work with some of the schools, and it's a great opportunity. We've got two basic jobs here. We've got shop volunteers, for the people who may not know much about bike systems, and we put them to work cleaning bikes. And if they don't know how to fix flats, we'll teach them how to fix flats. And then we've got mechanics, who are people who know how to tune up a bike, know how to adjust the brakes and the derailleurs and the other bike systems, and make sure the bikes are safe and reliable. We work off a checklist that we've been working on and fine tuning for years. And we're here every Friday and Saturday morning from 9 to noon. And it's great. It's like you said, it's unique. I don't know of another opportunity like this, volunteer opportunity like this in Houston. And we attract people of all ages. We get high school kids doing service hours. We get retired people who have been working on bikes all their lives and want to do more. And a lot of the times on the weekends, people we give bikes to show up, and we give them bikes, fit them with helmets. Everybody gets a helmet and a lock, and we put lights and bells on all the bikes. So they get a safe bike. For us, the free and Free Wheels is freedom. You know, I think I like, for whenever I talk about this project, I ask people to think about the first bike they got and what it meant as far as freedom and being able to go beyond the end of the block. Now, there's a lot of people in Houston who are starting or restarting their lives, chapters in their lives, who don't have the resources for a car. And if they want to get to school, get to a job, shop for their families, a bike can make a big difference. It's the difference between being able to buy a gallon of milk at the corner store or at a grocery store, at a supermarket, and what that means for you. So it's great. We meet the people we give bikes to. We trade knowledge. We learn from the other volunteers. It's just a great day. And if you got a minute, I'm gonna pick up my phone and open the door and go into the workshop and just kind of pan our workspace. It's kind of noisy.
Yes, please do. Show us around.
I'm going to do this.
So, and where are you located? Where do people
We're
meet?
at 6020 Jessamine, which is in the Gulfton area.
Okay.
And, you know, if you look, see, we got bikes, We got bike stands. We got Christian back there working on a bike. We're producing, we're distributing about 40 or 50 bikes every month right now, which is
Wow.
a big increase. It's like 150% increase from where we were last year. And that's because we've got more volunteers.
Exactly. I was just going to say that.
And that's people in Houston are so generous.
Yeah.
We get bikes every weekend. People are always saying, well, why don't you go to the police property room, or why don't you go to the college campuses? That's not, getting bikes is not a big issue for us. What we need are people who want to come and clean bikes and have an interest in learning some more. We don't have a formal training curriculum, but if you're interested and you come back and you spend some Fridays and Saturdays, you're going to learn a lot. And it's just a great thing. Everybody's got a great positive attitude. We've got all the tools you need to work on a bike. We've got, we try to keep stocked with tires and tubes and brake pads and the parts you need, cables that people need to repair bikes. And it's a lot of fun. And you can register for our opportunity at freewheelshouston.org or at volunteerhou.org.
What a wonderful project. Bill, did we just lose you? Bill, oh, there you are. You're on mute, so you're on mute now. But I know you mentioned that high school kids can volunteer and perhaps clean the bikes. Can they start as young as 14 or 15? An age requirement?
Our policy is that kids 14 and older can come on their own.
Okay.
We ask their parents to sign a consent form if they're under 18, but 14 to 18, they can come on their own. Under 14, we like for them to come with a parent. We've had very young, we've had 5, 6, 7-year-olds working with dad. Working with dad. Dad's interested in bikes, and he wants his daughter to know how to take care of her own bike.
Right.
So that's our rule.
What a great idea. And so how did this project even get started?
We started the project at my church, Christ the King Lutheran Church in the Rice Village, to help refugees. A friend of mine who works for a refugee resettlement agency told me one day, we were talking about bikes. Sarah said, refugees love bikes because they come from a long way away. They have very few resources, but they're expected to be self-sufficient within 6 or 7 or 8 months. And so they need to be able to get to a job. I remember we gave a bike to a guy who had a job at one of the hotels in the Galleria. He worked in the laundry, and his shift ended at 2:00 in the morning. Well, the last Metro bus was at midnight. So the only way he could get home was an hour walk.
Oh, wow.
So we gave him a bike. We've given bikes to, we have a bike to this great Afghan fella who'd been an interpreter. He had good English skills, but he wanted to get better. He used our bike to go to his Toastmasters club.
Wow.
We've had people who have delivered meals for Uber Eats on Freewheels bikes. So we just, those are our great success stories. And we give people a safe, reliable bike. If we'll show them how to fix a flat if they want to know how to fix their own flats. But people say Houston's not the best biking town around. But the way that's going to change is for more of us to get on bikes.
Mhm.
And the other thing is, most of the people who ride bikes do it because it's their principal means of transportation. So that's what we do. We're in the transportation business.
Well, this is such a wonderful project, Bill. Is there anything else that volunteers need to know?
Just let us know you're coming. We've got a registration form in the volunteer section of our website, or volunteerhou.org. We get a lot of people. Volunteerhou.org is a great resource for volunteers and for nonprofits. It helps all of us, and we get people every week. There's guys out there, men and women out there today working on bikes who found us on Volunteer HOU.
Yep, that's right. So go ahead and sign up if you guys are available on Fridays and Saturdays. Bill, thank you so much.
Thanks, Denise. You're doing a great job.
It. Thank you. All right, and speaking of Volunteer Houston, let's go ahead and bring in Erin so she can tell us what else is happening. I know there's always so many different, opportunities, and so I love to see what you guys have each and every week. So what's going on?
Hi, Denise. So I've got some really cool opportunities to talk about today. There's a remote sewing opportunity with Good Shepherd Hospice. If you're interested in crafting, maybe you've got some really good crafting skills, they're looking for reliable volunteers who would like the honor of handcrafting remembrance bears for the families of their hospice patients. So this opportunity, you'll be given a cherished item of the patient's clothing, whether it's a sweatshirt or bathrobe or favorite shirt, and that's used to create this remembrance bear. So if you know how to sew, this is a really great opportunity, and you can find this on volunteerhou.org. There's also a really cool opportunity coming up with homeless outreach. So Attack Poverty, Catholic Charities, Hope Impacts, Fort Bend Social Services, St. Lawrence Catholic Church, and Helping Hands are joining forces with Friends of North Rosenberg and Friends of North Richmond, which are Attack Poverty programs, to provide a monthly hot meal with the homeless community of Fort Bend. And this is a once a month opportunity. So it's going on Saturday, July 30th, and a different Saturday each month. And it's 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. For this opportunity, if maybe you don't want to hand out things, but you or your organization, your church, any kind of group would like to support this event, there's so many ways you can be involved. You can donate items, you can volunteer, you can provide food. They welcome your help. Additionally, there's another really cool opportunity that's ongoing with the Sea Center of Texas. So Sea Center Texas is a marine aquarium, fish hatchery, and education center located on 75 acres in Lake Jackson. It's operated by the Texas Park and Wildlife Department, and they're looking for volunteers to help out in the Sea Center. There's some hatchery tour guides. Maybe you want to give some education to kids. This would be a really cool opportunity for that. You could assist with the touch tank. You could greet guests or help youth fish. So there's a lot of really cool opportunities, and you can check those out on the Volunteer Houston portal, volunteerhou.org. And another one I'd like to highlight is with the Heritage Society. And the Heritage Society is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to tell the stories of the diverse history of Houston and Texas through collections, exhibits, the arts, educational programs, film, video, and other content. And they're looking for museum guides for school tours during spring and summer. And so if you're looking for something to do, this might be a good one for you if you're interested in, engaging with people through history, through maybe an art context. And there's one other really cool opportunity I'd like to highlight that isn't necessarily volunteering, but is service. So Volunteer Houston, powered by Interfaith Ministries for Greater Houston, is launching the Serve Houston AmeriCorps program. And member applications are now being accepted for the fall 2022 cohort. And if you're maybe a college age student, or you've recently graduated high school, you're taking a gap year and you're not really sure what you'd like to do, this is a really good chance to get your hands in the nonprofit sector. So there's a bunch of project sites. There's 10 of them. That includes Precinct Together, the Tejano Center, Houston Tool Bank, Refugee Services at Interfaith Ministries, Meals on Wheels, Houston Food Bank, and so many more. This will give you a living allowance totaling $4,500 over the program term to be distributed in biweekly increments. You'll also get an AmeriCorps Education Award upon successful completion of the service term, which can be applied to, college tuition or student loans. So it's a really cool opportunity for that. You get access to prestigious AmeriCorps networks, as well as Volunteer Houston and the networking that you do while you're a Serve Houston AmeriCorps member. This service learning opportunity has initial and ongoing trainings throughout the program, and it'll get you some project management and nonprofit operations experience while you get to be on a really great team of other service-minded individuals. So if you're 18 and older and you're looking for something to do, this is a really, really great opportunity. And I believe this program is going to be 6 or 8 months. So if you're interested, it would be really cool.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That's a bonus. And of course, you guys can always go to volunteerhou.org in case you missed anything. There's so many different opportunities to take advantage of. So hopefully you guys are able to get out and, make an impact in the community. So thank you so much for joining us today. Bill, thank you. Hope you guys have a good one. Yeah, we'll see you next Friday at 11 a.m.
Great. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.